you grow up in an African household, one of the greatest things you hear is your father is the head of the household. Your father is the head of the household. But that's one of the most that's one of the biggest lies as an African woman, African kid you grow up as. Because a lot of us, if we African women want to be honest, a lot of our mothers were the breadwinners in our households. I can say that here in America, a lot of my mother was the breadwinner in my household. It wasn't my father. But our parents and our mothers try to lie so much and make it look like our father is running everything and create this illusion that a man is running the household or the head of the household when they're the ones who are doing everything. And then they wonder why their daughters grow up hyper independent. Does that make sense to you? We see the things that our parents try to hide, and now we're being blamed for being the product of the lies they told us as children.
I'm Haitian and I grew up seeing the same things, and it's still happening till this day. I've seen my elders make so many excuses for the men that they were with, and I've seen most of the women of my family being medical workers, nurses, assistant nurses, in that field. And they're working double shifts so they can have the dream, a house, the kids, the husband, and their husband is barely working, staying at home, doing little jobs here and there. When they get home tired, the husband is just sitting on the couch, drinking a beer. He called sick today. He didn't feel like going to work. He decided that he wanted to go on a sick leave for 6 months. The woman is just working, and she's tired, working while pregnant, working while she should be at home with the babies, taking care of them. Even in later years, when she should be retiring, she's tired. He never put her in a position that she could rest and live a soft woman life. And our immigrant mothers, some of them, not all of them, have lied to us our entire lives, have told us that our fathers was the head of the house while he was barely doing anything, and she had to carry all the hats of the house. She was basically the man of the house, the sole provider of the house. And that has created children that now, when it comes to the men, there's two options. Either he saw his mom suffering, he saw his mom struggling, and he saw his dad doing nothing, and he told himself, I do not want to be like my father. I'm going to take care of my wife. I'm going to make sure that she has a soft life. I'm going to be a man and step up. Or he does exactly what his father has done, and he's looking for someone that exactly like his mother. And when it comes to the woman, it's the same thing. Either she saw her mom suffering and her dad doing nothing, and she will go and find the same type of man that her father is and repeat the cycle and be exactly like her mother, do everything while the men do nothing, just for the sake of saying, I have a man, I have a husband, he is beside me, but he does nothing but just existing. Basically a princess. That's princess treatment, okay? At this point, that's princess treatment. Or you've seen your mother suffer. You've seen your mother have less than nothing, and you decide, I want something different for my household. I do not want to show this to my daughters and my son. I want a man that will take care of his family, that will take care of me, that put me in a position where I'm soft and feminine. I absolutely understand why when we were teenagers, our mothers, aunts would get in the house and be so frustrated. They never got the chance to be put in their feminine energy, to rest. They're still working so hard till this day, and some of them are still with these men. And if you haven't seen my last video, I encourage you to go see it. I do believe that for some of these men, it is a punishment that they're making their wives suffer. Most of them are just repeating again the pattern that they've seen in their household, but some of them have settled for less than what they wanted. And because they've settled, because the woman that they're with is not their dream woman, they're making you pay for it. They're making our mothers, our aunt, grandmothers pay for it. So this cycle has to stop with us, especially as Black women. The cycle of demanding less than what we deserve, repeating our mothers and grandmothers' pattern, always wanting to suffer and show that we're able to carry everything on our shoulders. It has to stop with us. We have to stop being desperate to have a man beside us. And my motto is now, if I'm not going to be treated right, if I'm not going to get what I deserve, if I'm not going to be put in a feminine energy, being treated softly, if you don't meet my standards, you don't treat me like the princess that I want to be for the rest of my life, then I'm gonna spend the rest of my life single, and that's okay. That's not what I want for myself. That's not what God wants for me either. But instead of settling and suffering the way that I've seen my elders, my aunts, my mother, my grandmother suffer under a man, it's better to be alone. I think that we should stop being desperate to have the presence of a man in our lives. If all of us collectively raise the bar, then they'll have to meet us there. And to be honest, I'm so sad to see that some of our mothers are still suffering in the same toxic relationship that they are in right now. And I'm even more sad to see that some of my cousins, friends that are my age, are repeating the pattern of our mothers, of taking and accepting less than nothing because they just believe in this struggle mindset. And I rebuke it. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord. That will not be my life. Honestly, I pray that we all wake up and start demanding more for ourselves.